What's going on, guys? It's Shed. Welcome back to another video. It's still on Modern Warfare here, still grinding out. So yesterday I actually ended up making a video on the snipers only mode that they ended up putting out. I believe it came out on Tuesday, right? And by the way, the support on that video and the people that came from the recommended, if you come from there too, subscribe. I upload basically every single day. I have actively been working on this AS-VAL because it is one of the two last weapons that I don't have obsidian for. I still don't have obsidian for. Definitely lacking on the whole thing. I definitely had other things to do with like the Cold War. Infinity Ward came out with a snipers only playlist that ended up coming out, I believe, 2 days ago. Snipers only team deathmatch style, where basically you would spawn in and you would be able to pick among these other sniper rifle classes that they made. And in that video that I made yesterday, when I was, looking at the classes and stuff, you can see my initial reaction to it is that basically they ended up building them wrong. And I basically just, made some jokes and stuff about it, but ultimately I had a good time on the mode. Whether they built them right or wrong doesn't necessarily matter. And I wasn't gonna go like, ultra hard into them for the way that they decided to build the classes and all this stuff. I understand that I definitely have this whole mindset of like trying to make the game better all the time, no matter what. Reality of it is, man, it's not realistic. So, like all things that we shouldn't expect realistically is a working game mode. It turns out when you had all those custom classes on that game mode, you'd be able to pick between the AX-50, SPR, I believe the Dragunov, the Barrett. Kill someone 3 times in a row and they just can't handle it. Sounds familiar. What are you sliding on? Buster Hyman. If you notice, when you go over to the playlist or whatever, when you were gonna go and try to play this mode, you may notice that it's actually completely gone now. Turns out that there was some sort of terrible bug in there. It's not like just the class setups or whatever that was wrong with it. That it's specifically a PC issue. It's a key binding thing. So basically what happens is you're supposed to have the restricted classes that they have built for you. Obviously, right? You can't do custom classes. You can't change your perks. You can't do anything like that with these classes. You have to pick whatever it is that they laid out for you. Keep it going. Well, I got the Damascus card for the AS-VAL at least. You might have ended up seeing that there are some people that completely are ignoring these rules and they don't care what the created classes are. It turns out that they can just still go and use any class that they want. Turns out that on PC, whenever you use the number things at the beginning of the match, you can actually keybind it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for your custom classes. And at the beginning of the game, instead of just selecting a class, you go and pick a number instead. Click one of those numbers for your class, and whatever class it has, even on the default thing outside of the game mode, will be the class that you use. So in the snipers mode, snipers only mode, people had the audacity to pull out full-blown MP5 sweat classes and kill snipers the entire time. Now, given, that's not too different for me. When I'm running around sniping and shit, I'm usually against red gunners and stuff like that anyway. But when it's exclusively having people that are stuck there. So basically, the entire game mode, once it ended up getting out anyway, that you could do this whole thing, just kind of turned into an entire thing of people just bullying these poor little snipers. My teammate's following me around and he's just trying to like see how I'm moving across the map or something. I don't know, red gunning recently, I've been feeling good. They ended up disabling the game mode because obviously it's not working as intended, but the thing is, I feel like they would be looking at the numbers of the game mode. Not that I know that they're low or anything, but I have a feeling because when I was playing that snipers mode, even on the early, just few hours after it was released, I was getting stuck in the same lobbies over and over and over again. Now, I mean, that happens because of skill-based, but really, how hard are you matching people in skill-based? Do you even know what people's specific KDs are with just sniper rifles? Because then that's how you would determine the skill-based in that playlist, right? Unless the game mode itself has no skill-based whatsoever and people had the ability to be able to use fully automatics against people that likely are not good at sniping either. You don't need to be an over-the-top quickscoper or anything like that to be considered a good sniper. Like, there are good players out there that are not like a full-blown quickscopers that are very, very good and consistent snipers. If you watch the pro players with like the HDR and search and destroy and stuff like that, yeah, you might not see these over-the-top shots, But with the game knowledge and knowing where people are coming from and having lines of sight, it is deadly. But that's the thing, it requires a bit of a setup, whereas quickscoping, not necessarily. There's still a setup, but usually a very small amount. If you become a general sniper and just kind of do both of them, you know, you can kind of get the full effect of things, but you're never going to be truly that effective close range in comparison to other weapons anyway. It's just not as forgiving. It's like doing one of those, you know, tightrope walks. Yeah, I may have an advantage from the start, from the beginning. I may be set up exactly where where I want to be. But if I make any mistakes whatsoever, I'm off the side and dead. Guaranteed. That's the fun part about the entire thing. It's like I shouldn't be able to do this in the sense of like how it should be used. Kind of like if I were mapping people with an SMG, I would still think it was hilarious. Oh wait, they still do that. Yeah, it's actually not that funny. I wouldn't be surprised if just magically the game mode doesn't even, you know, come back. Or even if it does, you know, it'll be fixed and everything like that. It was fun. And people were happy to see me sniping again. I saw the comments and stuff, so just thanks for that. Oh yeah, and Pomage ended up putting out a tweet. Hold on, let me find it. I saw that a few people were mighty angry about this one. At Pomage, by the way. Pomage finally getting on the PC train. About time, you're holding yourself back. Pomage tweets, I'm thinking about Cold War right now. Do you think Cold War is thinking about me? He likes to put these nice, deep, aim higher thoughts and shower thoughts and things like that in his tweets. He's such an intellectual. One of the greatest minds of the sniping community. We got Tony Flame that replies to him and says, thinking about sniping and making it balanced and fun for the sniping community is thinking about you, then yes. So Tony says that he wants to make it fun and balanced. I have fun regardless of how shitty you do it. I just get a little annoyed and pissed off that people blow their stack over a playstyle that really truly is not overall effective enough to actually serve a purpose in winning meaningful matches. You're not gonna see pro players snipe like they do in quickscope and shit like that. Is you're just not gonna see it. It's not that they can't do it, but they recognize that that is not an optimal playstyle. Huh? I'm not gonna come down there. Y'all can win if you want. It's fine. How much money I've lost if all of these were wagers the way that people are playing this shit? I ain't pushing nothing. Come to me. Joe Seacott wants me to play like this anyway. Come. He's got 8 kills with 2 minutes on the point. What a fucking OBJ monster. Guy just runs face first into anything. GG, Jev. Ghost, good shot. I'm allowed to sit in the corner and just straight up stay hidden the entire time. Are we seriously going to talk about playstyles when this entire game is literally built around trying to make your playstyle as slow and boring as possible? I mean, come on now. That's the entire identity of this game. It's like built around Warzone with bullet travel and all sorts of other shit. I mean, man, only people that play multiplayer understand. Yeah, if you were looking for that snipers mode, it's gone for now. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if it just magically never came back. At the moment, it's just replaced with the gunfight snipers only and the 3v3 thing. So I don't know if the other game mode is going to end up coming back. If it does, maybe I'll play it some more, but if not, I wouldn't be surprised.